Hi everyone, this is Phil from Mid Gaming, and today I've got 10 quick tips for Pokemon Go. So the first tip is prioritize leveling early on. Don't worry so much about trying to capture as many different types of Pokemon as possible, but just try to capture as many as you can with the focus of getting your level up. The reason for this is most Pokemon aren't even available to low-level players, so level up first, then worry about your Pokedex. The second tip is to learn to love the Pidgey. You're going to see a lot of Pidgeys, I'm not going to lie to you, but they're really great because Pidgeys, Weedles, and Caterpies all only require 12 candies to evolve to their next evolution, which is an easy 500 experience. This is the foundation of quick leveling. As long as you only evolve those Pokemon to their first evolutionary stage and not to their second, you'll maximize your efficiency and maximize your leveling. The third tip is to play in a group. One of the common misconceptions in Pokemon Go is that if somebody catches a Pokemon, somebody else can't capture that same Pokemon, and that is not the case. Under most conditions, the spawns that appear are available to anybody in the same area. The only exception for that is incense Pokemon. So Pokemon that appear because you have an incense are only available for you to see. But playing in a group is a great way to not only socialize, but also to prevent yourself from being robbed or stabbed. Tip number 4 is find your local lure party. Most cities and towns have at least one lure party going off somewhere, usually in a park and usually where there's several Pokestops close together. Here you can see we have 4 Pokestops, all of which have the Cherry Blossom lure effect going off. Now individual results may vary, but if you want to capture as many Pokemon as you can in the shortest amount of time possible, a lure party is the best way to do it. Tip number 5 is understanding that the speed limit in Pokemon Go is 10 miles per hour. This means if you're traveling in a car or on a bike any faster than 10 miles per hour, the distance traveled will not count towards the incubation of any Pokemon eggs. Niantic has this speed limit in place as a safety feature. Let's be real, Pokemon Go can be distracting. It's probably not a wise idea to be playing Pokemon Go while you're biking, and certainly not when you're driving. Tip number 6 is save all your Pokemon evolutions for a lucky egg. The moment you hit level 9, you will get your first lucky egg, which doubles the amount of experience you will generate over a 30-minute period. So if you pop one of those lucky eggs and then just start evolving all of the Pidgeys and Caterpies and Weedles and Rattatas in your inventory, you'll level up in no time. In this particular instance, I start at level 12, and by evolving everything that I possibly could in my inventory, I end up a little over level 14. So this is a very, very effective method at leveling up very quickly. Tip number 7 is understanding Pokemon types. Here my Pidgeot, which has a combat power of 341, is going to beat a Pinsir with a combat power of 789, more than double what the Pidgeot has. And the reason for that is, of course, the Pidgeot is flying type and the Pinsir is bug type, which is weak against flying. The best way to understand this is to use a table like this one, which will show you what kind of Pokemon is good against what other kind of Pokemon. And by using something like this, you too can fight well outside your weight class. Tip number 8 is Schrodingers Pokemon. Now we've all had this happen. You're capturing a Pokemon and then it freezes up. You don't know whether you've caught it or not caught it. So now the Pokemon is in quantum superposition. How do you collapse the waveform? The easiest way is to force quit out of Pokemon Go and come back in. One of two things will have occurred. Either the Pokemon will be in your inventory or it will still be out in the wild and you'll be able to try to catch it again. Tip number 9 is understanding raspberries. So let's say you've got yourself a rather tricky Pokemon, he won't stay in the ball. So what you can do is you can go into your inventory and get a raspberry and feed it to the Pokemon. This will increase the chance that the Pokemon will stay in the ball. Now if you miss, not a problem. Raspberries only take effect when a Pokemon is in a ball. So if you miss, you didn't waste the raspberry. Tip number 10 is getting coins. Now, of course, you can pay for coins, but you can also earn them by having Pokemon in friendly gyms. Every single Pokemon you have in a friendly gym slot will generate 10 coins every 21-hour cycle. This is the real endgame mechanic of Pokemon Go. You want to have as many Pokemon as possible in as many gym slots as you can. One of the things you can do to maximize this is get in a car and go out into the boonies. Find the remote gyms that nobody goes to because they have the highest chance of having a Pokemon stay in them for a longer period of time. Do you have any tips you'd like to share? Please leave them in the comments below. If you found this video useful, please feel free to leave a like or a comment, or better yet, subscribe to the channel. And as always, have fun out there.